so now we are in the Strong's Concordance, published in like 1898. I think this is not the first edition. We are under the word for giants in the authorized King James Version, which is Nephil or Nephal. It says Nephil from 5307 at the top of the page. Properly a feller, i.e. a bully or tyrant or giant. They have the word giant there. Imagine that. If you want to believe it's giant, well, there it is for you. We'll go down to 5307. Naphal, Nawfal, a primitive root to fall in a great variety of applications, intransitive or causative, literally or figuratively, to be accepted, to cast down, to cast self, to cast lots, cast out, to cease, to die, to divide by lot, to let fail, to cause to let, make, or make ready to fall, fall away, fall down, falling, felling, fugitive. This sounds a lot like, if you're thinking in spiritual terms, this sounds a lot like, falling spiritually, falling from the grace of our Creator. To cause to lie down, to light, to be lost, to be lying, overthrow, overwhelm, perish, present. None of these words refer to anything as a stature of a giant. It does not refer to physical stature at all. But hey, giants there, if that's what you want to believe, go for it. And here we are back in a comprehensive dictionary of the Bible, as I promised. We are under giants. We're going to go down. But in Genesis 6, 1 through 4, we are told that there are Nephilim, translated in the authorized version as giants in the earth. And that afterwards the sons of God, mingling with the beautiful daughters of men, produced a race of violent and insolent Gibborim, in the authorized version as mighty men. The genealogy of the Nephilim, or at any rate of the earliest Nephilim, is not recorded in Scripture, and the name itself is so mysterious that we are lost in the conjecture respecting them. Yeah, mysterious, or it's been hidden. The sons of the marriage mentioned in Genesis 6, 1 through 4 are called in the Hebrew Gibborim, a general name. Now they're changing the definition right in the same article, in the same paragraph. The sons of the marriages mentioned in Genesis 6, 1 through 4 are called in Hebrew Gibborim, a general name, powerful, mighty men, Nimrod. They were not necessarily giants in our sense of the word. Yet, as was natural, these powerful chiefs are almost universally represented as men of extraordinary stature. But who were the parents of these giants? I read you that earlier. So now we have an anomaly here. All of a sudden, Mighty Men is saying, this is defining Mighty Men as violent and insolent Gibborim. Now, when I discovered this, I searched through a lot of my resources. This word Gibborim is, seems like it's being erased from the face of the planet. It's very difficult to find this word in resources. So do I smell a conspiracy here? Considering with how widespread the misinformation on this Genesis 6, 1 through 4 is being spread throughout the web. I think so. Let's see if we can find this Gibborim somewhere. Okay, so I guess when all else fails, we go to Wiki, which is sometimes good, sometimes not. At least it's not limited to what academia wants you to know about a certain subject. Gibborim, from the singular Gibbor, is a Hebrew word that can be glossed mightiest, which is an intensive for Gabar, that can be glossed mighty. Many times it is used of people who are valiant, mighty, or of great stature. There is some confusion about Gibborim as a class of beings because of its use in Genesis 6:4, which describes the Nephilim as mighty Gibborim. Does it? Or that could be confusing the text. But anyway, back to this Gibborim. It's a Hebrew word that can be glossed. What does that mean? Glossed, the mightiest. It's a Hebrew word that can be glossed, which is an intensive for gabar that can be glossed, mighty. Let's go. What does this mean, glossed? Okay, so here we have a web dictionary. The word gloss. Verb, glossed, past tense. Glossed, past participle. Apply a cosmetic gloss to. Synonyms: make glossy, shine, to give a shine to glaze, polish, to burnish. Meaning number 2, to gloss over. Try to conceal or disguise something embarrassing or unfavorable by treating it briefly or representing it misleadingly. So what this is telling you is that when you read the word Begorim, the word Gibborim is a Hebrew word that can be glossed, mightiest. That means when they translated as mightiest, they were hiding something, which is an intensive for gabar that can be glossed, mighty. So they're telling you that those verses were glossed over to hide a deeper meaning. So it seems we've proven what we set out to do, that the Nephilim, whatever they are, sons of God, Gibborim, were not the offspring of the relations of fallen angels and women. So we'll go back to the RSV and read it, the 3 verses, closer to how they should sound. When men began to multiply on the face of the ground, and daughters were born to them, the fallen angels saw that the daughters of men were fair, and they took to wife such of them as they chose. The fallen ones were on the earth in those days, and also afterward, when the fallen angels came into the daughters of men, and they bore Gibborim to them. These were the violent and insolent men of old, the tyrants, the men of name. So I'm going to take a little deeper look into this. It's going to take some time, but stick with me. I'm going to show you more than one verse in the Bible that has been translated misleadingly and cleverly edited to gloss the original text.